don't think I've ever seen such an ornate garage. And good evening to you in the Big Dipper. I was told this place was acoustically perfect. If you can't hear, shout out. In any case, I expected a battery of microphones round here. This show is going out to all nations. And by early bird to my mother in Bournemouth. It always bothers me a bit when the audience is behind you, you know. It used to bring in a strange sort of person. In any case, I don't like these places where there's no smoking and coffee and Tchaikovsky in the interval. Still, since they pulled down the Met Edgware Road, I suppose nothing else, nowhere else to go, is there? Some of you may have seen some of my recent efforts in the Blackpool shows when I came on loaded with Purple Hearts and introduced a galaxy of jugglers, ventriloquists, and unicyclists. I never knew so many ventriloquists in the country. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. X, Y, Z. A man with a lump of wood. What the British public will put up with is ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, tonight, for the price of a packet of fags, I shall be going through the card. You'll be getting a lot. You'll be getting terpsichore, dancing. Well, you're going to have it again, old boy. Never mind, Nigel, I'll be back with you in a minute. Because tonight you are looking at Mr. Show Business himself. No business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic is allowed. Get that happy when you're feeling very loud. And those people like show people. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. There's no people like show people. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Because they've got a phrase about us in this business. They say, the agents, the people who take 80% of our money off us every week, they say, of course, I own a piece of him, you know. That's nice, isn't it? I own a piece of him. See that from there to there? Belongs to Bernard Delfont. From there to there, Lou and Leslie Grade, Val Parnell, recent acquisition of the Festival Hall. I would go on, but it gets a bit risque, you know. Yes, of course, I'm one of the clan, you know. Have you copped the boots? We've copped the boots, see that? Frank Sinatra gave me these. Yes, I'm one of the clan. There's me, Frank Sinatra, Shirley MacLaine, Elsie and Doris Waters, Sandy McPherson. We're always at it, to coin a phrase. Actually, I'm really the head of the British side of the clan myself. We're out every night playing Monopoly, swigging down brown ale. Don't get to bed till 9, 10:30, 10 o'clock some nights. It's wild. We did have one clan member here once, you know. Frank Sinatra, that was. Little fat fellow, wears a wig, sings a bit. Just married the Frozen Pea family. Did quite well here, half full, you know, well, it was motor show week and all that sort of thing. I was coming myself, I got mixed up with the National Film Theatre queue. Still don't mind. Of course, I don't know, you know, all I need really is one. I don't know where they get the singers from these days, though, you know, really. Well, I do, really. They find a young bloke working on a lathe in a factory in Birmingham, take him away, stick him in a cage, feed him raw meat on the end of a stick. 6 months later, they take him out, give him a guitar, and a star is born. And they call him something like Bert Lust. Bert Lust from Birmingham. The first night he comes on, he says, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sing you a song. Let the great big wheel keep turning as long as I have yo." And after about a week, he's got it all off. He's doing all the American chat. He's saying, "Hi, kids." Well, it's great to be here in London, England, Europe. Here's a little tune we just recorded back home. It's kind of like effervescent tonight, a sort of souffle. Like a sort of souffle. It's the one I got my uranium record for. I hope you're going to like it, so let's leave us just to warm up a little then, kids, huh? Crap! You're all right up there. How are you doing? You're all right. Forgotten the cramp. Oh. I don't know, all I need is one hit record. I've tried them all. I recorded Little Old Lady Passing By. Had all the props, the wig, the stick, the shawl. They even took me choppers out. You can't say better than that. On jukebox jury, they gave me Miss, 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 and Miss. And the fifth Miss was from David Jacobs, and he likes everything. Then came the man I love. I never actually recorded that, but I met some very strange people. Anyway, I got it all sorted out now. I got the American idea. They come over here with one song. They got a 45-minute act. Sing the song, have a chat to the pianist, tell him how good he is. The pianist tells the bloke how good he is. 45 minutes, sing the song again. So I got myself a good young bloke on the Joanna, part owner of a vamping chart. So folks, I'd like to introduce my pianist, composer, arranger, and brother-in-law. Folks, I want you to meet Sam. Sam! It's great having you here, son. He's done a great job, and I'm proud, real proud, deep down inside of me. Proud move, choke, proud move, choke, proud. And move. I've had the honor of working with the kid. I want you to know that where I go, there must surely you go, Sam.
Lovely. You see that? Over to you. I'm going to shove that straight up your old go, great idiot.
He was only kidding.
How Frank Sinatra does an hour and a half in these, I'll never know. I've got toes like globe artichokes here. It's a pleasure to get off one onto the other. Get out of it. Come on. Out, please. Come on.
Can you hear? Yes. Right. Here's a little song. Here's a little song I just put back from Vegas, Las Vegas, that is. There's a great success out there. And also, recently, at the Barnsley Miners Welfare Club. What's this supposed to be?
Mild and bitter.
Look, Mush, I'm on my Sinatra kick. What are you talking about? Isn't the Plate Layers Union Ladies' Night?
You said in the pub last night...
Never mind what I said in the pub last night. Get it off. My Sinatra kick. Do you think Frank would sit here drinking mild and bitter out of a bucket singing One for the Road?
Bloody marvellous, isn't it?
Go and get me a set of a bourbon on the rocks.
Whatever that may be.
And look, I need a glass top on this thing. I want a candelabra.
Sinatra does 2 hours, and all he has is a hat.
Well, go and fetch me a hat then.
You owe me 2 and 9 for the beer.
You're money mad. Get out of it. All the kick these days, you've got to be very relaxed, you know, like Sammy Davis sings, dances, mimes, impressions, everything. He's not my cup of tea, but there you are. I mean, please yourself. The main thing is you've got to have wait a minute. You've got to have a fag. That's part of the contract. It's got to be casual. You see, you just do it like this, like... How Dean Martin does this half-stoned, I'll never know. You've got to be casual. It helps to be Jewish and Italian, but I can't do anything about that. It's too late. Anyway, I'm too tall to be a singer. I tried it on my knees once, but an amazing experience with a Dalmatian. And in any case, what I say is this. I don't like these Americans coming over, taking our jobs. If you want singing, boy, go to the valleys. Go to the choirs. That's how the Joneses and the Davises with the pointed shoes and the double-breasted waistcoats. That's the way to have it, isn't it? All right, off we go then. Once I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's gone. Buddy, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, Jeevan and swell, full of that Yankee doodly-dum. 50 million boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember? They called me Al. Yeah, it was Al all the time. Say, don't you remember? Here's the hat. Get out of it. Buddy, can you spare a dime? Some unrecognizable impressions. Ha! Here you are then, young Jim. Ha ha! Now these stalks keep this up all day, I'll never know. Look here, Jim, lad. I'm going ashore. Get off there, Polly. I cannot abide that bird. And most birds I can abide, but that bird I cannot abide. And I'm going ashore. Don't drink all the brandy. If anybody comes aboard, fire the cannon. Ha ha! Ho ah! Ho ha! Ho ha ha! Hee hee! Ho ah! God, drive it off through your throat. Here's one that's never been performed on any stage before. It's entirely original. My impression of Charles Lawton in Mutiny on the Bounty. Thank you. Mr. Christian. Very cordial of you. That was Charles Lawton or Trevor Howard. Please yourself. Now then. Here's a cracker. One for the teenagers. George Arliss. What do you mean, never heard of him? He's only been dead 40 years. You and you. No one to worry us. No one to hurry us too.
A room with a view. Arthur Askey. Right. Well, up to now, I've had a certain amount of hilarity, jocularity, and all that sort of thing. I do think the time has come now to strike a more serious note in the programme. Ladies and gentlemen, put the children under the seats. I want to give you my spine-chilling impression of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Got my eye going again.
I'm so ugly. I heard that, mate. You want to turn it in for you? Keep up. That's yourself?
Good luck. Normally at the stage of the proceedings I do some blindfolded knife throwing. Unfortunately my partner's still in hospital. Very rare blood group and they don't hold out much hope. A bit of a laugh though, it really does. So maintenant, messieurs, mesdames, une impression nouveau d'une grande vedette française qu'on appelle Maurice Chevalier. Or for this ignorant mob back here, Maurice Chevalier, hang on. And free little please. Seems to melt on Louise. Elves in the trees. Seems to melt on Louise. Sexy. How do we go? So, how he works like this, I'll never know. I'm going to roll this up back in again. Hang on. That's hope, isn't it? What are you paying down there? How much is it? What's the price down there in the first row? What is it? 25 bob? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Quick drink in the interval, 8 quid. Hello. Well, if they're all doing it on the cheap here, all these faceless blokes walking about in blue suits all over the place. Be sued tomorrow, right a minute. Look what they've sorted me out to work with. Look at this thing here. Look at it, a battered brim, a crumpled crown, and a dirty, filthy, greasy-looking band. I'm not talking about that. Oh. Up all night boozing and writing tone poems, I know. Right, isn't it? Now, you don't fancy me at all, do you? You don't. You don't reckon it at all. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do with you. You play any piece of music you like. I'll mime to it, dance to it, acrobatics, ballet, whatever you like. Just try and throw me. Try and put me off, right? Off we go. You ready? May the best man win. Right. All right. Yes.
Does my heart in an English garden, where the oak and ash tree, so pretty, oh so pretty. My reason.
Are they gone?
For living, love is my reason. Forgive.
You think I'm having my head shaved for you lot? You're very much mistaken.
That's it, that's me, Jack Hawkins, sea music. Hathaway, up periscope. Miriam, I've been a fool. It's your own fault, Hal, carrying on with Miss Pilkington. With my hands all in hot water is not fair. My hands all in hot water.
We ask ourselves, what is Percy Edwards doing up that tree?
People,
Old joke coming up.
I want to be with my people. I gotta be with my people. Where are your people? They're all in the south of France.
Right.
Knees up, Mother Brown. And knees up, Mother Brown. Under the table, you will go. Oh, oh.
So, if I catch you, I'll saw your legs right off. Oh, knees up, and I'll get the knees up. Oh! Knees up. Ladies and gentlemen, eyes down for a full house. Over to Stratford-on-Avon and Sir Lawrence Hancock.
Hold my mead! Once more, the beastie friends, once more! Or close the wall up with that English bed! In peace.
In peace. There's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. Or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. No, be fair, outrageous fortune. Or to take arms against a sea of trouble. And by opposing in them, it's all go, isn't it? What's that? Whatever is that? Is that a dagger I see before me? True. I die! I die! No, I'm not going down there with this hired gear on. I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, never mind, we'll finish it in the end. Now I should like to do a piece that the bard wrote specially for me, actually. Well, he's on his uppers these days, Bill. You know, he's writing for anybody. It doesn't matter, really. I'd like to play the title role, my interpretation of the title role of King Lear from the book of the same name. Assisted by somebody really just a walk-on. Anyway, here we go, right. All right, mate, we've all seen you. Come on, get out of it. What are you trying to do? What's the matter with you?
What do you mean?
Well, look, I mean, you're just a walk-on.
We haven't even started yet.
You're just a walk-on. You're in exactly the same capacity as a tape recorder. Come over here, come on.
Well, if I'd known I wasn't going to have a proper part, I wouldn't have bothered to come.
Look, I expected a proper Shakespearean actor, not a ham like this. Those clothes, it's ridiculous. Legs like chewed up pieces of string. Laughable.
Well, what part am I playing?
You will play fool to my Lear.
Oh, well then, you'd better have the crown.
Oh, yeah, all right, thanks so much.
Yes.
What's the stick for?
It's a jester stick.
Is it? Very festive. Well, be careful how you use that. What a mess. What a mess. Just step back a bit, will you? Right. Storm scene from Lear, Act 2, Scene 2. Enter Fool and Lear.
Blow wind and crack your cheeks.
You hurricanes and something or other.
Spout till you have drenched our steeples. Drown the cocks. And now, all shake. Look, are you in this?
Yes.
Well, don't just stand there like a piece of meat. Get in it, you know.
Well, what can I do? I've got nothing to
But
say.
it doesn't make any difference, does it? You just show a bit of interest, react to what I'm doing.
Well, me.
Oh, come on, I'll give you this stuff. Here, look, we'll try it this way.
All right.
It's fine.
Yes.
Now, don't forget what I... Cheeks and crackers.
Yes.
Blow, wind, and crack thy cheeks. Rage and blow, you cataracts and hurricanes. Spout till you have drenched our steeples, drown the cocks. You dreadful fawns, executing fires. God, look, warriors are found in decreasing thunderbolts.
When I was the king, did I leap about like this? Did I? No. You're the king, you're supposed to be regal. Would he go hopping about like that? Well, do us a favour, would he?
Oh.
No. There's only one thing to do. I better play king here.
Yes, all right.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So now where are we? All right. Blow wind and crack your cheeks. One night, let's... Will you turn this in? It's a load of old muck anyway, isn't it really? Fancy this being written 400 years ago. Do you know this has been running longer than the Archers? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not entirely responsible for this fiasco tonight. There are other guilty men responsible. First of all, to introduce you to my MD, Mr. Tony Hatch. And direct from Lear, my recent partner, solipsistic, industrious, and Joe. Joe Ritchie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to thank my manager, my agent, the boys in the back room who so seldom get the recognition they deserve. The lady in the ticket office. I'd like to thank the police for controlling the crowds. Inside the theatre. I'd like to thank British Railways. Alcoholics Anonymous. Without whose kind offices we should not have had Mr. Ritchie here with us tonight. I'd like to thank Burton's for the suits. I'd like to thank Abdullah for the fags. Frank Sinatra for these boots which are going back. But most of all, I want to thank you, Joe Ritchie.
Thanks, Tone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking my agent, my manager, the boys in the back room who so seldom get the recognition they richly deserve, the lady in the ticket office, British Railways, the AA, Abdullah for the fags. You go to your tailor and I'll go to mine.
All right then, I'll have it your way.
But most of all, I'd like to thank you, Tony Hatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank my manager and my agent. I'd like to thank my record company for giving me the day off. I'd like to thank Edison Bell, without whose help this evening would have been possible. All the boys in the back room who never excel and get a mention. The lady in the ticket office. I want to introduce you to every member of my band. I want to thank Ted Heath for lending me the band. Gentlemen, would you stand up, please, and take a round of applause?
You're not introducing all this load of layabouts. I've got a tram to catch.
I feel humble as I walk this great stage and think of all the marvelous people who trod these boards before me. People whose names will live forever in the golden book of memories. And I feel humble as I think of them up there, looking down on me from that great music hall in the sky.
That's beautiful, Joe. Say it again. It's poetry.
Looking down at me from that great music hall in the sky. I see the lights, hear the music,
Yes.
smell the grease paint,
Yes.
and you, the great British public.
Shut up. What a load of insincere rubbish.
Insincere?
Yes.
But didn't it make you feel something?
Yes, it made me feel sick.
Ça c'est trop. J'en ai marre, je m'en aille, vous savez. Vous êtes un crapaud, une espèce, un voyou, un idiot. J'en ai trop de votre imbécilité. Maintenant je sors, je m'en arrête de cette théâtre. Allez-vous-en, laissez-moi tranquille, j'en ai marre.
Very strange people, these Welsh. Well, don't forget, if you drive, don't drink. If you drink, don't drive. Keep smiling. Smile at everybody. You're thinking it out of your mind, but it doesn't make any difference. If I don't get the MB for this, I'm turning the whole thing in. Now I'd like to conclude with a piece of material I wrote just after the First World War. I daren't do it straight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gaumont British News.